Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning, and hello if you're new. Today we're doing a Death Splits the Difference reading for Sagittarius. The way we do this is I go through the decks and I find the Death card, and I pull what's behind it and what's in front of it. What's behind it is a situation that is going to be transformed in some way or ended in some way, and in front of it is what it's going to turn into or what you're going to be focused on after the situation changes. We're using the First Light Tarot, the Tarot Familiars, the Rider-Waite, and my Celtic Lenormand deck. Okay, so remember, not all messages will resonate for every person. So leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in the timelines. Like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage. I can only read the energies. So, first, let's check what's going on in your sign, Saggy. We're using sidereal astrology. That's the true sky. If you want to check your astronomy apps, not the astrology apps, they are set for tropical astrology. That's a separate house system. So in sidereal astrology, it matches what the sky says. Tropical does not. So right now you have Mercury in your sign, Sagittarius. I like this. You love new ideas. You love learning. And Mercury here is a free and clear reception and exchange of information. Your Mercury is sextile to Venus and Saturn in Aquarius. I actually like this placement, even though Saturn is the taskmaster. He keeps you on the grind. He is the unforgiving boss. He rules karma and lessons and work. Okay, but right now the taskmaster is being soothed by sweet Venus. She rules Libra. Um, they are not similar, but they're cooperative energy, surprisingly. Even though Capricorn and Saturn energy is very down to earth, do your work, learn your lessons, things like that. Venus is very fair and balanced and sweet, so she brings a little bit of easiness into Saturn's energy. So think of somebody who's very rough and gruff and, you got work to do and blah, blah, blah. And then some sweet, hip swinging, young, beautiful goddess comes through and says, "Oh my God, Saturn, Daddy, take it easy. Let's have a drink." And Saturn's like, "Okay." you know, Not very many of the gods can resist the goddess of love batting her eyes at them. And so they are dealing out karma in the sign of Aquarius right now. Aquarius rules humanity on a large level, but he's also the spirit of innovation and upheaval, but in a good way. Like Scorpio can be an upheaver, but Aquarius wants growth and innovation. He's very unique. He's the rebel. High-minded ideas, very eclectic, very eccentric. Um, so this is not easy energy for Saturn to be in. It's a little bit easier for Venus because she likes things pretty, but she's not a fixed sign or anything. Aquarius is, though. So there are tough karmic lessons being dealt with in the collective in general. But Venus there is giving a little bit of balance and fairness to it, and a little bit of grace and diplomacy. And that feeds well with the Mercury that's in your sign. It almost has a feeling of, even if you're not affected by the larger scale of what's going on, you're very observant, very aware, and you're processing things very well. There are no hidden mysteries here for you, Sagittarius. Your Mercury is also in a nice trine with the Moon in Leo. Moon in Leo is very, I want to say he's egocentric. Maybe he's just self-centered a little bit. Now, I do have Moon in Leo, so I can speak to this. When in matters of the heart, there is a little bit of a self-centeredness, but it's more like a I'm the shit, and if they don't see that, that's not on me. Okay? So what I get here is that um so the moon being very watery, very soft, very sweet, very sensitive. Leo is the sign of the ego, okay? So there's a sensitivity to the ego at the moment. Moon is 21 degrees Leo, so by tomorrow she'll have moved into Virgo, a much more centered sign. So the energies at the moment is there may be things that you are realizing, learning, or being informed of that are going to complement that sensitive ego that you have. Okay. I'm not going to go much more into the astrology. I just wanted to kind of get a glimpse of what you are dealing with here, Saggy. So you've got Mercury there, communication about what you want to do, and trine with the moon in Leo. Your ego is maybe a little bit needy right now, which I mean it happens and it's not going to be long term, and you're just in kind of in an energy where you want to focus a little bit on yourself. Maybe it's even as simple as you're taking the night off to read your favorite book because you have there are ideas that you want to explore, right? Okay. So I'm not going to get too much more into that. Let's get to the reading. Now, death splits the difference. So on the one side, behind death, from the first light tarot, we got the card activate. Then from the tarot familiars, we've got temperance, and on top of that, you've got the eight of wands from the Rider-Waite. So I feel like there was a situation, is or will be, like I said, you're all at different points in the timelines, a situation that was had really good momentum. And it had to do with finding a new combination into making something work. Okay. Temperance is represented by Sagittarius. And I never understood why, because it's the angel pouring the cups back and forth, very watery energy, very movement oriented. And that was the key that brought me to Sagittarius. Movement. Um, Usually to me, that symbol of the angel holding the cups back and forth would remind me more of Aquarius, because Aquarius is technically a youth named Ganymede, who Zeus fell in love with and spirited him up to Olympus to mix drinks for the gods. He was the cupbearer, so he was basically the bartender. That's why I always kind of associated temperance with Aquarius. But the idea of movement and combining is alchemy. And that definitely falls under Sagittarius energy, the alchemists, your ancient chemists. And what did chemists in the past do? They had, well, I got a little bit of iron and I got some sulfur and I got some alcohol in a petri dish. Let's throw this on top of the fire and see what happens. That's the essence of temperance. So there was something here. You've got activate, which is an awakening and enlightenment. Right up your alley, Sagittarius. This is aligning yourself, getting grounded, and getting ready, but it's also reaching your thoughts towards high-minded ideas and looking for enlightenment. With that, you have temperance, the mixing of new things. Like maybe if I try this with this, it's mixing things that you would not have thought could be combined before. Aspects of maybe, let's see. Maybe there was an aspect in your work environment that you didn't think you were ready for, or you didn't think you would be good at. But then you were like, well, let me try it. Let me try it and do it with what I know already. and bam, you had a winning combination. There it is, winning combinations, right? And then with the Eight of Wands, yes, it's usually interpreted as incoming messages, and that absolutely could still stand. But for me personally, the Eight of Wands is quick and decisive action to turn the tide. Okay, this is momentum. This is a power boost. This is something where there was a situation that may have been stagnant. And as soon as you found the right combination, maybe the right combination of knowledge to people to anything, there was the right, you hit it, bam, you turned the dial, everything fell into place, and now you had momentum. Okay, activate. Temperance, Eight of Wands. Okay, that's behind death. So, we can read this two ways. They're going to guide me through this way first. Um, Activating this new momentum is the what's going to change the situation. It's not that this is the situation that is being changed. Does that make sense? So, at first, what I was reading is that you had good momentum, which is then going to change, and now you're in this other energy. But what it's telling me in this instance is that this active momentum in finding a new combination of something is the game changer. Okay, it is the game changer. So then on the other side of whatever is being transformed, you have the cards for power, you have the Nine of Wands upright, and the Hermit. There's the screeching halt. Okay? There's the screeching halt. At first, you're empowered here. You've got understanding, and reality has set in. It says, know your power and your place. So maybe something came through where they're telling me you're finding peace in your power. Okay? Now, that to me has been coming out a lot lately for the Strength card, because Strength is the lion of the ego and the moon is in Leo right now. But the angel or the woman that's in the card of Strength that's wrestling the lion is the Empress. So there is a balance of peace and power here. Nine of Wands is usually just described as the wounded warrior. You've come through something very strenuous, okay? Sometimes on the card, you see that he's bandaged and tired and bleeding, and he's standing there with all his weight on one staff, and then the eight staffs that were here, the Eight of Wands were here, are piled up behind him like a fence. This is a card of setting boundaries, hard boundaries, because whatever you came through left you very torn, okay, very spent, I want to say. And then on top of that, you've got Hermit energy, that's Virgo energy. This is retreat and solitude. We've got solitude twice here. On the power card, you've got solitude, understanding, and reality. So something made you turn inward. Something made you pull back from people. Something made you pull back from a situation. Um, it could be whatever this momentum was too fast. And maybe you came into to some knowledge where something was incomplete. Something wasn't the right combination. Now, temperance is not in reverse here, so I don't think it was anything toxic or anything like that. I just think it was an overwhelm of, I think it was an overwhelm of energy. Like it was something that was just moving too fast. And in that, after that, you decided to take a step back and really think about things. Okay? So there could have been something where you got a message, you got information. Remember, Mercury is direct in your sign. You maybe received some kind of, I heard, momentous information, and it just came in, and the possibilities were too much, too fast, too soon. And now you're in this state of repose. Like you're like, I got to take a minute. Let me think about that. And the Hermit is an energy of just chilling alone, being in solitude. You've got solitude here on power and solitude here with the Hermit. This is introspection. And with the Nine of Wands, you're putting up boundaries. So something came in and really changed how you see something. And now you have to figure out where you stand. Um, so we went from the Eight of Wands, whatever this was, incoming information, to the Nine of Wands. You took that information and you put up a fence. And behind it, you're kind of recovering. It's like that was a lot. That was a lot, Robin. That was a lot. And now you're just kind of, you're going it alone for a minute. Okay? Now you're not completely retreating. I do like that the hermit, he has his lantern lit and he's, leaning on his staff. Again, we've got the leaning on imagery from the Nine of Wands. The person on the Nine of Wands is leaning on that one wand. And then here in the Hermit card, you have the walking stick. So there's something here that's helping prop you up during this time, something that you are leaning on, something that's giving you a little strength and stability. And I believe part of it is now you are more directly considering your own mind. Okay? The bridging the distance cards here with the Celtic Lenormand. You've got the ring again, came out. This is like the third time the ring has come out. This time it's in the, this time it's a little bit more in the forefront. Who did we do yesterday? I think we did Scorpio yesterday, and it was kind of on the side over here. That to me represents where you guys are in the timelines. Remember, I say you're all at different points in the timeline. You're a little bit closer to this commitment than the other signs are. It is a commitment. Now, it might not be a marriage proposal. I have no other cards out here suggesting this is love because there are no cups. There's a lot of we've got a lot of wands. We've got two wands. We've got Temperance, the Hermit. And we've got the Star down here. So this has a lot of major arcana energy mixed in. And then we have the King of Swords down here, which is air energy. And the Knight of Swords, again, air energy. So I get no love here. I get information processing, intellect, and things like that. But there is a commitment here. The ring, even though it says the ring, the card has two clasping hands, which just means there's a pact here. There's a promise. There is a cooperation, a commitment, an agreement, an alliance. That's what I was looking for. There's an alliance. Somebody's coming in to grasp your hand. And if you think about it as being in the Nine of Wands, you're standing there trying to prop yourself up on this one wand that you have behind the fence of your boundaries, trying to heal. And here comes another hand to help you up. Okay? That's a promise, a committed promise here. It's somebody coming in going, hey man, I can help. I'm here with you. I can do this with you. In the other signs, it was a love interest. There was people coming in with the flowers and a promise and the Two of Cups. But you're in a different point of the timeline, so this is not, I don't believe, romantic. Next to that, you have pathways. Okay, so this commitment comes in with the opportunity to change your path. Okay, this is like Two of Wands energy. This is a choice. Go one way, go this way. It's also a signpost, which means there's been a milestone reached, and now you get to choose your direction. Now, if you notice in the card, one path leads to the ocean and one path leads to the mountains. Now, the ocean side path may seem smoother, but there's always the warning that the easy path might not be. The easy path might take longer and have more more delays. And then the shorter path might go through the mountains where there's obstacles and trials and tribulations and hardship, but it might be faster. Do you know what I mean? Um, we were getting the mountain card of last week, I think, and it was saying that even though you have this huge mountain in front of you that you have to scale, this thing that you have to overcome, there's always a crick in the mountain in this imagery where there is a pathway through it where you don't have to go over it. Do you know what I mean? Um, Through it, not over it. And that's sometimes hidden. Like they were showing me the mountain in Lord of the Rings, where they were looking at it like, holy shit, we gotta go over that mountain. And Gimli's like, no, we can just go through it. We just have to find the door. That's the key. There is a pathway through the mountain, but you have to find the door. And along that road to finding the door, there could be enemies, there could be delays, there could be hardships, but it will cut time off of the journey. But the easy path along the shoreline might be longer. It might be more treacherous. You just can't see it. You can't see from the milestone marker. So you have a choice: the crooked path towards the mountains or the smooth path towards the sea. And we're going to get to that because there is more sea imagery here in your reading. Next to that, you have the clouds. Okay, now this is why you don't want to move forward, because you can't see the horizon. You don't know what is in the distance. So somebody's coming in with a commitment or an offer, a pact, an alliance, and that changes your path. That gives you a choice. I can either stay in hermit energy, or contemplating, or maybe ruminating, maybe feeling guilty, maybe, trying to heal, or I can continue with this person on a new path. However, the clouds are in front of you and you can't see where you are going in the future. Now, if you look at it like this, the path that leads to the sea is the path that has the clouds on it, because look at the card here. See, this area here goes to the shoreline. Now you're here at the shoreline and you've got clouds in front of you. So the one path that they're offering may be an easier path. You just can't see. What else does it say? It's just the unknown. See, there's delays here, blurred horizons, confusion. You're pausing and waiting for clarity. All right. So whatever this alliance is that comes in, it's going to offer you a new path. But being in hermit energy behind the Eight of Wands, behind the Nine of Wands, you're really waiting for some clarity about the situation. Okay? Now, base cards here from the First Light Tarot, you've got the Star. And star energy is Aquarius energy. It's not water sign, it's an air sign. So this is those ideas, right? New ideas. The star is wishes and dreams and the direction you want to go in, the direction you're meant to go in. I always get the idea, the image of a boat and a person with an old fashioned sextant trying to plot his course. And in the past, the way they plotted the course was by the stars. So here you have the idea of success, happy endings, promising beginnings. Okay. It's dormant opportunities and wishes now possible. Okay. Then you have the Knight of Swords. Somebody is coming in fast and quick and with a lot of energy. Okay. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. But remember, the knights don't come through to stay. They come through to begin something new. They set the foundations, but they don't necessarily stay. The kings stay. And actually, what's very fortunate is right next to the Knight of Swords, you do have the King. So this is an air sign, possibly Aquarius. You've got Aquarius twice down here. Knight of Swords is Libra energy. King of Swords here is somebody who's intellectual, noble, and wise. This could be you also, Sagittarius. And then next to that, you've got the oak tree. This is very deep, healthy roots, endurance, patience, and a good grounded foundation. So with the star, now you're at the shoreline here. You took the path towards the shoreline and now you're delayed anyways, okay? Because something isn't clear. You've got a delay here because there's something in front of you that's clouded. It's the unknown. If you think about storms or fog is better in this case because I don't think it's a storm. It's not a storm coming. It's just clouds, okay? It's just um a temporary obscurement of the sun. All right. And while you're waiting, you've got the star here with plotting a new course towards dreams and direction. Okay. Knight of Swords is high movement. Coming in with information. It could be this offer, this person coming in under the ring card with the alliance, with the commitment, with help. Um, it's not just that, it's like support too. I feel like it's very, I got you, I got you, I got you. You know, somebody coming in like, I got you, I'll do this with you. Underneath, it's funny because underneath the tree here, we do have the boat. So if you look at it this way, you've got the promise of somebody coming in to be your ally, which gives you a new path, which takes you towards the shoreline, and a pause because you're waiting for clarity. And then here comes the boat. The boat, after that, you've got the star, which is plotting your new course. Okay? I love that imagery. The boat here is travel, adventure, change, okay? A new journey. We've got that. You had the path card. Movement, again, with the eight of Wands. It's also commerce. This could be Mercury energy. Broad horizons. So you've got the idea of broad horizons, but at this moment they're clouded, so you're at a pause. Okay, Hermit energy, nine of wands. You really need this time to recuperate from something. Okay, I feel like whatever this was, whatever this came in, really changed you, and then now you're like, I, it, I'm trying to figure out how I can describe what I'm seeing. The Eight of Wands comes in. It's movement, it's momentum, it's information, it's a power boost. And it's almost like all these wands just kind of beat the shit out of you when they came through. Even though it is positive, there's nothing negative here. There's nothing negative here. There's no towers, there's no nine of swords, there's no eight of swords, there's no seven, there's nothing here that suggests that there was anything negative that was brought in. But it did such a number on you. These eight wands came in and hit you all right in the face. All boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Eight wands, okay? And now you're reeling and you're like, I got to step back and consider things. That's what it feels like. I got to step back and consider things. Because with that power boost, you got the power card here, which is, you feel empowered, but you know that you have to wield it very judiciously. Let's see, judiciously, and not very easily, judiciously, and you have the King of Swords here, which means you're coming at it very fairly, intellectually, but King of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, this is very impartial. So you know that there are some hard decisions that are going to be needed to be. Did that come out right? You know that you need to make some harsh decisions. The King of Swords cuts away the truth from the useless misinformation, the gossip, the lies, the false information, things like that. And he only gets to the facts and the truth. The oak tree here says that you have the endurance and the patience. And then the boat underneath is like, I mean, it's like whatever this was really freed you, but in that freedom, you had to dig deep and really think about which way you wanted to go. There. Under the Knight of Swords here, you've got the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. Now the Four of Wands is the foundation of a new future with someone. Now this is in reverse, which means that it didn't work. Either it didn't work or this is one of the things that's going to have to be cut away. Something that you built with another person. I don't think it's this person with the ring. Because this is new. This feels new. This is bridging the distance between what has changed and what you're going towards. I feel this is new. But in the foundation here, next to the King of Swords, the judge and decider, you've got the Four of Wands in reverse. So if this is something that has to do with a relationship or a home, yeah, with the Two of Cups on it, underneath it, that old, oh, wow. That could have been a breakup. Now I know in the rest of the collective, we've been dealing with the idea of misplaced efforts, misused efforts, wasted energy. So there could be some in the collective here in Sagittarius that are figuring out that this information that came in, this awakening and enlightenment, is that Four of Wands isn't working. That Four of Wands, that foundation of if you look at the card, not this card because it's just Four Wands, but the traditional symbolism of the Four of Wands is the beginning, the four pillars that demark the beginnings of where a home will be built. Okay, it's like the archway under which you get married. The home isn't built yet. Nothing is created yet. It's the promise of let's begin this together. And it's in reverse. So that idea is no longer valid. And it just fell apart, I heard. So then under the King of Swords, you got the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we do have the Six of Swords, but it's in reverse. So I think with this clouded path here, you're feeling like maybe I went in the wrong direction and I got to go back. That was another theme that we were dealing with in the other readings. The idea that the delay is making you think that you need to turn back. Maybe I went the wrong way. Maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe this delay is God telling me you have an opportunity to go back. But everything is clouded right now. You don't know that that's the truth. So now you're in this the Six of Swords in reverse. Challenges moving on, and you're busy looking backwards. Underneath that, you've got the Ace of Wands, so don't do that. Ace of Wands is a new opportunity, okay? Don't go backwards. Because if you do, if you're thinking of going back with the Six of Swords in reverse, you're going back with baggage. You're taking baggage back with you. Okay, and that's never conducive to anything valuable. Underneath that, you've got the Ace of Wands. If this is a new opportunity, an unexpected creative spark, it's going to lead you to the Four of Swords reverse. Okay, I'm not going to go much more. Under that is the Four of Cups reverse. I mean, you're just going back. Everything is in reverse, you know. Oh, but then what? Loyal. Okay. Okay. Now, for some in the collective, listen up, because they're telling me that Swords, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. That's too much work. I heard that's too much work. Now they're telling me that some in the collective are actually considering going back. Oh, backtracking. Oh, okay. Backtracking a little. After I scolded you, that's for some in the collective, okay? Like I say, place yourself where you resonate. Some in the collective, you're being warned to not go back. And the others in the collective, I heard it's not going back completely. It's just backing up a little bit so that you can get a better lay of the land and then going forward again, okay? Because, like, underneath that 4 of Wands reversed, there is a 2 of Cups. That's a new commitment. A 7 of Pentacles that you will invest in, but it's not ready to harvest yet. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, that's a new opportunity. King of Swords, you've got all this in reverse. You're thinking of looking back. You got the Ace of Wands, that's a powerful gift, unexpected creative spark to go backwards. And then you've got the 4 of Swords in reverse, which is returning from and healing and awakening, okay? And then underneath that, you've got the 4 of Cups in reverse. Now, the 4 of Cups upright is apathy. It's post-nut clarity, I always say. In reverse, you've got the clarity, awareness, and I can't read that. You got the clarity and awareness about something that had not been emotionally fulfilling. Underneath that, here's the strength card we were talking about before. Holding on through change and fear. Okay, hold on. Don't go all the way back. Maybe chill a minute and because you've got the clouds here on your path anyways. So you're going to be in a situation where you're just going to have to be chilling. You've got the hermit energy here. Okay? You're chilling and you're making harsh decisions with that King of Swords. Yeah. And then underneath the oak tree here, which is that perseverance and endurance and patience, you got the boat. So everything's clearing up. You got the boat. And then under that is the hill fort. So the hill fort is authority, structure, and protective. But so for me, a lot of times the hill fort represents the tower before it's destroyed. And you take refuge there. It could be structure. This is Capricorn energy. It could be structure that you grew up in. You may be going back to old ways of thinking that were safe and protective and reliable, but they need to be revised. They need to be reassessed. Underneath that, yeah, because dog energy, they were reliable and loyal. Yeah. So, Sagittarius, you have a choice coming up. Somebody's bringing in a new alliance, but it's going to take you on a path that's very clouded. There's going to be times where you're thinking of going backwards, but I would advise on sitting on it for a minute, okay? What do they always say? Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Oh, maybe that's it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning. Yeah, that's very Sagittarius energy. So that's what I have for you, Saggy. I hope this resonated. I hope this message is reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share my video. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries, and for any small donation, I'd love to do a 3-card spread for you as a thank you. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. One more, please. Ancestor Oracle messages for Sagittarius. One more, please. Oh, that's too many. These are so big and my hands are so tiny. I get the feeling from this. Okay, I'm just going to say it. In one instance, I'm seeing somebody run away with a lover. Okay, that's that ring alliance kind of thing. And they've come to a crossroads and they decided to go a certain way, which now is delayed. And in this delay, you're really considering going back. Like, I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back to my parents. I'm going to go back to whatever, I wasn't ready for this. I shouldn't have come out of hermit energy so quickly. But she talked fancy to me, Oh, there's one. That's the one. Okay. That's weird. We got the moon and autumn. The moon is, take note of intuitive messages. Yeah, follow your heart. And that could be the star. Well, it's not a star, but I mean that's where you're pointing your direction. You're trying to follow your heart, and you're finding that the path is way more treacherous than you thought. Moon energy. Oop. Okay. Take note of your intuitive messages. It's upside down, and it's too bright. And let me darken it a little so you can see the card. There we go. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. Lunar energies are surrounding your life. What I say, the moon is in Leo right now, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Okay. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. Now, I do want to mention that underneath the hill fort and the dog, you had the moon. Okay. Oh, there's that female rider coming in. That's in the future, though. She's about 5 cards down in the last stack. So if you go back, you're going to miss that new offer. Okay? The one coming in with the ring. Where are we? When the moon appears, intuitive and psychic urges are increased. So take note of any feelings arising at this time. These are messages from your soul and your angels. The moon shines her light on all that is kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadow when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. So, I mean, this could be like you thinking that this sounds too good to be true. And that's why you want to reconsider your path. Okay? And then we've got the card of autumn. It says, release the old and rest. It says, release all of the pressure and expectations weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving on to a time of renewal. Wow. Hermit energy. 4 of Swords reversed in the other stack. You know what is heavy. You know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. We did have reality come up here in the power card right under the hermit, talking about retreat and rest. You're coming to an understanding of your reality. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life, and you're being guided by your angels and nature itself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward, and you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in the reading, as it did just now, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions, okay? So, I mean, maybe the delay is going to last that long. Maybe the delay began in autumn, this past autumn. So, we're going to get some final messages for you guys. The theme deck. Spirit, can you give Sagittarius some insight into this delaying? And in the delay, like I said, you're thinking of going backwards, because you feel like even though you were in hermit energy, you were in a place where you were stable. Okay, you had Hillfort energy, which is like I always say the family seat, but it could be bureaucracy too. It's law and structure, that Capricorn energy, that's Saturn energy. But it's like I said, going back to the home, going back to the parents, going back to something that, see, dissatisfaction and disappointment in the domestic home. Crystal ball, intuition, clear seeing. Oh, third party, that's why, and new beginnings. Third party energy. Okay, that's who you're considering going back to. And you're spooked because this new alliance here is coming with a new path that you can't see clearly. But you know the path. It's like going back to what you know, even though it was uncomfortable. All those cards having to do with going back were in reverse. But you're still considering it. I don't like it. Don't do that. No, that's too many. Look at that. The tree again. The tree came out again. As above, so below. Ground, reconnect with the earth. Reach down to reach up. And that means reach down deep into yourself and reground yourself in your heart. Healing and 555. I like it. Healing energy, Archangel Raphael, healing the mind, the body, and the soul. This is compassion, creativity, and release from addictions. It's also a green light to go ahead on your path. It's also advice to just ask for the healing. And this is healing of injuries inside and out, which really does help, because with that 9 of Wands over there, you're beat to shit. And 555, time for you to embrace change and follow a new path. You know, up until now, I was actually debating if I was even going to post this, because I'm not really jiving with the message. But they always tell me, don't be so egotistical. Moon in Leo, right now. Don't be so egotistical. Somebody needs to hear it. Even if it sounds disjointed to me, someone needs to hear that message. I'm not taking that one yet. No. See, to me, this feels like a hot mess. But I'll post it anyways, because I know somebody will get some message out of it. Hopefully. I have room for one more. Can I have one more? That's 3. I have room for one more, please. One more for Sagittarius. One more for Sagittarius, please. 2. I'll take that one. Archangel Uriel. Illumination. Wisdom, clear sight, the light of God's truth, decisions, resolving conflicts, awakening intellect, and guidance. It is the light of God. There you go. You got 2 archangels coming up, one on each side. So walk with confidence, okay? You've got the angel of illumination on the path that is cloudy, all right? So you're gonna be, so, what was I talking about earlier? Karma. Capricorn energy, Saturn energy, the way Saturn tests us, like in school, you get through a hard chapter and then you have to take a test. And usually the test is putting the situation in front of you again to see if you do the same thing. If you do the same thing and you keep yourself in that loop of karma, you don't release yourself. Okay, Saturn energy is also devil energy. Guess what? The devil is here underneath the star. Okay? And that is being caught in something that you entered into with good intentions at some point, but has now turned into chains of bondage. And the chains are there very lightly. You're not shackled in. It's just draped on you like a necklace. It is your choice to take those chains off. That's the harsh lessons of Saturn energy. Everyone looks at the devil like he's evil. Everyone looks at Saturn like he's the devil and he's evil. But he is the one pushing you to gain your freedom from that karmic cycle. And in order to do that, you have to choose to break out of that cycle. And devil energy is very harsh energy. It could be addictions, it could be obligations, it could be things that you're trapped in. Like I said, it was a situation that you entered into with good intentions, love and compassion. I mean, it is the lovers. It's the lovers at first. So there was a loving, like, choice to be made, and now that choice is poisonous, and you're stuck in it. Okay, you keep yourself stuck in it. Don't do that. It's harsh, but you got to break out of those chains. A lot of times people say, I don't have a choice to be here, because if I do, right there, you're admitting there is a choice. If I break out of this, this could happen to this person, this could happen to me, this could happen to the situation. That is still a choice. It's not a good choice. There may be no good options, but you still have to make that choice to break out of that karmic cycle. Okay? And like I said, with Archangel Uriel here lighting the way, keep walking. Okay? Like I said, there's no shame in the pause to gain clarity and gain your breath and take a rest, and but you're going to pause at this pathway, at this crossroads, and you're going to consider going back to the old situation, and that's where you're going to miss a new opportunity. Okay, that's what I have for you. Under an hour. All right. So I'm sorry if it sounded like a hot mess, but there's a lot of energy going on. So I hope you guys were able to hear the messages you needed for your highest good. In the description, remember, is my email and donation links. And please leave a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Help me out to grow the channel. Until I see you in the next couple days. Okay, thanks. Bye.